Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to a special Christmas New Year's episode of Nerd Hell. It's me, Robinson. I haven't been able to go to the gym in about 4 days, and the bloodlust is building.
And it's me, Elizabeth Megafig, the Bugsnax catcher extraordinaire.
Is that your character's name?
Dude, I don't know. It's not. You're just a nameless journalist in the video game. But, dude, I'm not joking when I say that this is actually, like, legitimately one of the very few games that Savannah has actually, like, willingly agreed to let me play in front of her. So...
Good. We don't need the Clockwork Orange machine.
No,
you
dude,
can put the chair away, sweetheart.
Most of the time she just like cross stitches and she'll watch like something on YouTube or she'll like passively listen to what I'm doing. But this one she's like actually fully paying attention to and helping me out like to catch the Bugsnax. So hey,
what's your favorite bug snack?
Dude, there's this bug snack, right? It's called Bunger. And it acts like a little puppy. When it sees you, it charges you and like kicks you off like the rock that you're supposed to get on.
Is that the burger with curly fries for legs?
Yeah, but this one's a barbecue bunger. So it's a barbecue burger with sweet potato fries for legs. And I just looked at the fucking snack store, and you can actually buy a bunger plushie. So guess what's coming to your mailbox, Robinson?
Oh, I can't wait to eat it.
Yeah. Well, you're going to eat cloth, dude, so, be careful on that one.
Speaking of eating it, unfortunately, I have a better story that goes with eating it. So Christmas happened, and this was my first Christmas alone with our family, so I did steaks and cakes. What I did was I went to Smith's, right?
Yeah.
And they had like 3 T-bones on sale, like $40 value for like $13 because they expired that day. So I got that. I brought it home. I immediately froze them for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And you know how like at Smith's they'll have like $20, $30 cakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to buy the whole cake. You can like buy like a square
Pieces?
of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I got like an $8 cake slice, like a tuxedo chocolate tiramisu. It was beautiful. It was amazing because it was like 3 layers, and each layer tasted different and was textured different. It was a good ass cake. And because I had 3 T-bones, I can definitively say that I prefer air fried steak over pan fried.
Okay. I mean,
I tested it.
Yeah, dude. Like, you're also talking to a former butcher, right? So I'm completely okay with like it's one of those things of like, because I'm a vegetarian. People are like, you used to be a butcher. Is that why you became a vegetarian? I was like, no, I just got tired of eating meat. But I can appreciate a fine cut of steak and a fine cut of beef, right? Because it's like looking at a beautiful car. I like the car, but I don't want to eat it. Yeah. Well,
Is that what goes through your head?
No, just like it's the rationale that I explain to people, and they're like, "Don't you miss meat? Don't you want to eat a nice burger?" I'm like, "Okay, well, I can't eat a burger. It's like an impossible burger, right?"
I get it. So, I have the same rationale when I see a cute animal. I'm like, "Aw, you look delicious," but all right, I'll let you go.
Okay, wonderful. Well, what'd you get? You get anything for Christmas other than steak and cake?
My mama got me a smartwatch, which did not fit. So I had to buy the
extension?
An extension? No, I bought a new band off of Amazon, a really nice looking one. And it this thing made me upset because I took it to the gym with me to like count how much calories I burn. And a full like chest day only burns like 156 calories, and that made me upset.
Yeah. But bodybuilders like spend 8 hours a day and they burn like a couple thousand calories. But if you did like 8 hours a day just running or riding a bike, it would be like, why aren't you dead?
I might be melted at that point into a puddle of grease.
Puddle of grease or Greek? I don't know.
I also got a 10-pack of Tupperware. And I'm so happy. This is my first week where I do not have to cook everything. And literally every meal has been prepared for me. I got my protein bar for breakfast, 2 meals for work lunch, a protein shake for after gym if I could go, but they had to close because a pipe burst. Mm-hmm. And then I made no-bake protein cookies. which
Okay.
I think I fucked up because as soon as I pick them up, they crumble into dust.
You sure just didn't make like graham crackers or something?
I may have accidentally made graham crackers with like very little integrity.
You know what? I know a weird fact about the graham cracker. Do you know what's original invention? What was gonna use it for?
Anti-masturbation.
Yep, 100%.
Bro, all old-time snacks were like, they won't be playing with their dicks.
It was just like, it was this thing, it was this thought, it was this very flawed thought of, hey, so if, teenage Robinson is growing up and he's got all these like sins happening around him, well, if he's fully nutritioned, then maybe he won't want to masturbate as much because, if you have all the nutrition you need, then you don't need to feel good by devious ways.
I will say this. Well-nutritioned children are much less likely to get into trouble than malnutritioned children.
And your study for that is what, Robinson?
All those goddamn, 1 in 5 children faces hunger. This is what happens when a kid is hungry. But,
I'm joking, but still.
The American, Food Bank Association...
The American Food Bank Association.
There's something.
I think we're also trying to relay causation with correlation here, but whatever. You know what? The good thing is that no one gives a shit what we fucking say. So
I mean, if I'm hungry, I'll commit crime.
If you're hungry, you'll commit crime. Well, you're talking about bloodlust, and you're not being able to go to the gym for 4 days. So,
bro, I am so angry.
Dude, it's not because I haven't been to the gym. It's just because, I figured that this year I was just going to fucking indulge, right, in all my vices. So that's what I've been doing. Video games and beer and just doing nothing. It is great.
I love that for you. My only issue is that I don't have an outlet for all this rage, this big baby rage that I have in me.
That's why you need to play Bugsnax.
Taking out on the snacks.
Yep.
What'd you get for Christmas then?
So I got some prescription sunglasses, which are pretty nice, right? Because I had poor vision growing up, and then for college, right, I got LASIK surgery, and apparently my eyes are just shit, right? So after 8 years, it was like, nope, you're back down to your original prescription. I'm like, cool. So there is a chance that I could get another LASIK surgery done, but that shit's expensive, man. So
I was about to say, and the first time it didn't work. It just lasted a bit.
It lasted 8 years, though. 8 years of not having to pay glasses is probably about the price that I had to pay for fucking surgery, right?
All right, so, yeah. It paid for itself eventually.
Yeah, but hey. So we have a lot to cover, don't we?
We do, and speaking of crimes, Stanley, do you have Steam installed on your PC?
Dude, I have Steam installed on my PC that I take to me to work. So,
I have it I got it on my smartwatch. But now having global Steam is now illegal in China. The global version of Steam has been banned in China.
Oh.
Which honestly, I thought it was already banned, to be completely frank.
Yeah. I don't understand what Xi Dada is doing. You know that apparently that's what they call him in China is Xi Dada, which is like Papa Xi.
Listen, if you live in a place where your leader's name isn't a title followed by their name and it's a cute nickname, you need to leave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't there a reason why millennials and Zoomers call Joe Biden Grandpa Joe? Because he acts like an old person?
I haven't heard that, but I like Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe is fun.
I like Grandpa Joe because he does act like a retiree, right? It's so funny when he gets into confrontations. Like when he was on the campaign trail at his lowest point, a construction worker asked him a question and he looked at him and was like, "What did you say to me, boy?" And I was like, "Oh shit, Grandpa's getting the belt."
Was that the one where he challenged somebody to a push-up contest and then called him fat?
Yeah, dude. Or no, that was a different one. That was a different time. That was also on the campaign trail.
And if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Yeah, dude. He's such a fucking grandpa, but at least he's like the kind grandpa that's like, I'm trying to understand this, so you got to give me time.
At all. I don't think he's kind at all.
Well, dude, that kind of makes it the whole thing of like, all U.S. presidents are war criminals at one time, right? Or especially the
true.
modern ones.
True. Man, if only Joe Biden knew how to use Twitter. Anyways, so Steam, global Steam has been banned in China. You can still use Chinese Steam, but it only has 103 games. Surprisingly,
What?
yeah, Chinese Steam only has 103 games. 2 of them being, surprisingly, Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Dota. Which I honestly don't understand why they allow Counter-Strike. But yeah,
I heard that if you ever match with like someone from China, if you just type like Tiananmen Square, they log off.
just
their internet
immediately
cuts
get
off.
disconnected.
Yeah. Now that's obviously like take my word with a grain of salt, but I've like seen like videos on YouTube which can obviously be faked, right? Where it's just like they go, oh yeah, like that whole thing, like they're just getting absolutely cumstered in Dota, and then all of a sudden they go, yeah, what about that, Tiananmen Square, and then boom, Chinese person logged off or like left the match.
That's why you only see Korean usernames in League of Legends.
Dude, if you want to learn Russian, go to League of Legends, right? Or Dota. I think it's Dota.
Yeah,
Dota is the one.
The main gameplay of Dota is trying to beat the enemy team before they teach you Russian.
Yeah.
So,
how's that going, Robinson?
Moi svita.
Moje svita.
My sweater. It's actually it's a lot more difficult without the app.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, it's fucking hard. It's a heavenly language, dude. Yeah.
So, China's ban on Steam Global happened kind of like out of the blue because they first launched Chinese Steam in February of this year. But apparently this ain't the only thing China is doing. If you know Tencent is like an evil video game corporation. And this year in July, they rolled out facial recognition technology that will scan your face to see if you're a child. That way you can comply with the 10 p.m. curfew that China has to prevent kids from gaming late at night. And they also have it to not allow kids to play more than 3 hours of games a week.
Okay. I mean...
Bro, China, literally... What's that book? 1969? No.
1984, Robinson.
1984. Literally 1984. Just like that one song. Back in the summer of 84.
So... back when I was in high school, all the way back in 2008, right, there was like this thing of like, China will never be able to take down the internet. And it's like, okay.
Well, they tried.
And then, they tried, and they're pretty much succeeding right now. I mean, they have like full control over like Apple and Google and those being, they have them by the literal fucking nutsack. And they're just like, you want China money? You got to play by China rules. And they're fucked, dude. There's no way.
I swear Ajit Pai was just like a Chinese sleeper agent. The guy that tried ending net neutrality, that's all he is.
Dude, I had forgotten about his poor video that he did where he was just like, why you don't need internet neutrality.
You can still shop on Amazon. Wow.
You could look at cat pictures at 12 kilobytes a second.
All right.
Dude, he's such a fucking dipshit. And I think that's his whole shtick, right? Is that you have these people who just do corporate stuff and then they get into positions of power. And then when they're done, they're just like, dude, I'm retiring. I got all the money in the world. Fuck everyone else.
I need to leave before I get lynched.
Yeah, dude.
Before they pull out the blazing bull on me.
Man, you know what would help China help conquer the internet is an artificial intelligence that was created by researchers and the Shanghai Pudong People's Court to be the first ever AI prosecutor, because apparently there's just way too many crimes happening in China for the people to, do anything about. So
yeah, no wonder they can't play video games after 10 p.m. What are you supposed to do?
So here's the thing. Researchers in China, and this is from the South China Morning Post, this machine is so far able to identify 8 common crimes, such as fraud, gambling, dangerous driving, and picking quarrels. And I'm reading that right. It says, quote, picking quarrels. So apparently,
I think
if you
that's
pick fights in China, you get fucking like come straight into jail.
quarrels. I thought you meant like coral, like the sea
No.
plant, because
Yeah,
that was
dude.
funny to me. It's like this robot can recognize coral theft. I'm like, yeah, just empty his pockets. He's dripping wet.
Well, I mean, like, it's also kind of other things of like the heinous crime of fraud, dangerous drunk driving, and picking up seep life, right? That's prosecutors apparently already use an AI tool to evaluate evidence and assess how dangerous a suspect a suspect is in progress to the public. And if the AI finds that you are over a certain percentage point of culpability, then they actually press its own charges and send the police after you with a court order.
So first of all, terrifying. Second of all, I want to know what the threshold is, right? Because it's like, how dangerous could he be? Like, what is dangerous enough to be allowed back in like Chinese society?
Well, the AI prosecutor, apparently, according to the Shanghai Pudong People's Court, says that it can file a charge with more than 97% accuracy based on a verbal description of the case.
To be completely frank, I don't really trust Chinese records all too frankly.
I'm calling fucking horseshit on this one. I'm calling fucking bullshit on this one. Like, this is one of those things that is just like, yeah, Siri is a game changer back in 2008. Or just like that kind of stuff.
Bro, that is the next reality TV show, Siri Judge.
Did I commit a crime? Find out with Judge IBM. So... Dude,
it's just Clippy wearing like a big robe,
like in a barrister's wig from like fucking England. It's just like, I see that you committed drunk driving. Might I recommend 50 years in prison? Damn, I am fucking hilarious. Now, what's not hilarious about this is that this is going to be apparently implemented in 2022 to its fullest extent, and they're testing it out in the Shanghai court. So... we'll have to wait and see how that goes, right?
So honestly, this is China, so they're going to get away with a lot of it. But I like thinking that this happens in the United States in 5 years from now. Have you or a loved one been sentenced to prison time by Siri? You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Apple changes their license terms agreements where, like, you know, the thing that you have to read before you use an Apple product, and like in like subsection whatever fucking bumfuck nowhere, it says you fully agree to arbitration by Siri's new Chinese-led AI protocol, right? And then it's like, okay, what's the hard time? Everything that you own now has to be an Apple product. Oh
God, I'd rather be in prison.
I don't know, dude.
Right.
Prison. That's not a great place, right?
Honestly, with all this going on, I'll probably be put in minimum security, and then I'll be the big boy on the block until they put me in Gen Pop. Then it's yes, sir.
Then you gotta find the biggest motherfucker around and then kiss him. I mean, punch him. That's what you gotta do.
You kiss him, and that way you'd be like, listen, I'll be your bedmate. Just protect me.
And then when
that's how you win in prison.
When he's like asleep, you penetrate him with a knife. So there you go. You got yourself, you know, a big tough guy thing. You are the Black Widow of your prison.
Or we fall in love.
Dude, either one. Both romantic. I mean, isn't that like the whole point of like Orange is the New Black by Genji Cohen?
Is it her whole thing? I've never seen that show.
It's only gay for the stay, baby.
Hell yeah. Speaking of gay for the stay, this has nothing to do with that. JiuJitsu Kaizen.
Oh, great.
So the JiuJitsu Kaizen movie, JiuJitsu Kaisen 0, garnered 2.6 billion yen in 3 days, becoming the second highest grossing film within 3 days, beating out Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. But do you want to know who is the number one grossing movie of all time in Japan?
No, tell me.
Dragon Slayer Mugen Train.
Of course, dude. Like, I think it was one of those things that it beat out your name. Like when Dragon Slayer Mugen Train came out, it beat out that, right?
It beat out Spirited Away, which was the highest grossing film for like what, 11 years now.
Yeah, it was like 11 years. So, hey, dude, Japanese people know how to fucking make a movie though. Like anything, any Miyazaki film, any like Makoto Shinkai, they're just absolutely gorgeous.
Bro, speaking of Japanese products, I'm finally playing an RPG.
Oh, what?
Yakuza.
What? No.
Yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Would you really call it an RPG though?
Oh, 1000%.
I'm talking about like I'm gonna gatekeep a little bit of JRPGs right now. I'm talking about like motherfucking turn-based action systems,
Yes,
right?
Yes, it has turn-based gameplay. It has classes. It has items. You can defend on turns. So basically, Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 was a prequel, but Yakuza 1 till Yakuza 6 all starred the same guy, right? And it was all not all the same gameplay, but it was a 3D brawler. So with Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, they're like, you know what, fuck this, we're completely flipping it. So we have the first new protagonist since Yakuza 0, well, it's Yakuza 1. The first game fully voiced in English since Yakuza 1. And it's completely turn-based. And I got a new party member recently. His name's Nanba. And his class type is Homeless Man.
Oh, shit. That's
his class type.
Oh, damn. Okay. Wow.
Usually
it's like wizard or assassin.
He is a wizard.
He's a homeless dude, right? He lives on the street.
He is a wizard. One of his attacks is he'll throw beans on you and then birds attack. I believe in the RPG world that's called a shaman.
Dude, I fucking hate RPG gatekeepers, but still, I don't know. I've never played Yakuza because I've heard it's just like another 200-hour time bomb, right, of things to do because there's so many mini games to play.
100%, but I will say it has the best story in any video game I ever played. Yakuza 0, Yakuza 3, and Yakuza 6 almost made me cry.
Great. Remember when Shenmue came out, like Shenmue 3, and then it was like, nope, we're making another game, even though we said it's like the final game. Yeah, that's like what RPGs do. They're like, we're making a final game. There's literally a RPG series called Final Fantasy. So,
but the really, really Final Fantasy.
And there's like 15 of them, so,
They should have called it continuous fable. Dang it.
No, I'm going to let you hang on to that for a second.
Turbulating tales? No. What's a word for continuing?
Continuous? Never ending?
Never ending. No.
Never ending. Nor like never ending fantasy, right?
I'm going for alliteration. It's not cool unless you do alliteration.
Oh, okay. But make it even better if you spell it with a K, like Mortal Kombat.
Continuing.
Continuing controversy, or I don't know, what the fuck ever.
Yearly yarns. There we go.
Dude, this is not even my fucking joke.
Yearly yarns. That's what it is. Yearly yarns.
Okay, great. Yearly yarns. Yearly yarns 15.
What's your goddamn next news story?
What's my goddamn next news story? Well, so you've had cars. You've owned cars. Cars fucking suck, right? They're a money pit.
Car singular.
Cars. Well, just like you've had a car though, but you know that like it's a fucking headache. When cars work, great. When they don't, it sucks, right? Because you're like, I need this for fucking whatever. Because America has really bad infrastructure.
Legit. I call my car Charlene, but I'm about to call her Gretel because if I ever lose her, all I need to do is follow the trail of dripping oil.
So that means you're Hansel, and you're giving Gretel a ride.
Gretel giving me a ride? What are you talking about?
Ride to the bank, boy. Now, anyways, so I have an electric car now, and I love it. And one of the things that like I'm kind of concerned about is like battery degradation. That's why like I never charge it past 80% when I don't need to drive to Austin. When I do drive to Austin, obviously I do 100%, right? So that I can have some left over. But there is a guy in Finland named Thomas Katainen, and he bought a 2013 Tesla Model S and was, driving it, and it ran excellent for like the first like 1,500 kilometers, which is 932 miles.
Oh, they always do.
The error codes started to appear, so he had to send it to Tesla's pre-approved dealership repair shop, where it remained there for about 4 weeks.
God damn.
Don't worry, it gets worse.
Well, he is in Finland, so what? Can he just mush to work?
Nah, dude. Like, it's like people asking people if Texans ride their horse to school.
I mean, there were a few times where I saw a tractor in the parking lot.
Dude, there are people who ride their horse around my fucking house. Like, I'm not joking. Like, there's this like dude that just like rides his horse along like the fucking road next to my house, and when I'm coming back from school or when it's early in the morning, I'm just like, okay, I probably should talk to him, but I don't want to, because then that means I'm gonna have to go into like a fucking quest or something. I don't know. But so Tesla had it for a month, and Tesla told them that they couldn't do anything about his car and the error codes because his battery pack was faulty, and that his only option would be to replace the entire battery, which would cost more in American dollars and $22,600.
Wait, didn't he get a warranty on this damn thing? Like,
it's a used car.
Ah, God damn it.
It's a used car, and he would have to ask Tesla permission, because it's a used car, to repair the fucking thing.
God damn it.
Yeah. So if you have $22,600, you could buy a 2022 Tesla Model S, right? And have that down payment and half of it's paid. And that's not only saying, because Tesla also has like big government incentives for you to buy electric cars. So yeah, it doesn't make fucking sense. But Kantanyan decided that it's not for him, so he decided to take a different approach. So he teamed up with a YouTuber, and obviously I do not speak Finnish, so this is going to be a little bit of whatever, but Pamijatkattin, which translates from Finnish to bomb men or bomber dudes.
Is that the YouTube channel?
Yeah, the YouTube channel is called Pamijatkattin.
Dude,
Pamijatkattin.
It's Finnish Russian FPS.
Dude, oh my god, do you remember FPS Russia? Dude, that guy was so fucking... I actually watched his videos when I was in college, like, religiously, because it was, like, living out the thing of, I'm a poor college student, and sometimes I like to see shit blow up.
Bro, I watched him when I was in elementary, so I think we watched him at the same time.
But still. So, he decides to team up with this YouTube channel, and Thomas, right, the guy that owns the car, didn't want any fucking, like, help with, like, buying a new car, which shows you the difference between Finland and America. In America, they'd be like, money, please. And what happened is that they decided to blow up the car with 30 kilograms or 66 pounds of dynamite.
Oh, jeez. It was scary. It was scary once you said it in pounds.
Yeah, 66 pounds of dynamite, dude. So,
bro, that is
to give you kind of like a stick of dynamite will blow up like a fucking car, right? Just one stick, which weighs about like roughly below a pound, right? 30 kilograms, 66 pounds. So they had this 8-minute thing where they had to get all the government approvals, and they had to do this other stuff.
They got it approved?
Yeah, the government had to. I mean, you're blowing up a car, dude. That's like domestic terrorism.
Good point.
Yeah. So they carried it out, and they had to set up in this quarry in Jala, which is a small rural town in Finland. And, well, they decided to have, like, they had to measure out, like, the pressure waves, where they're going, the direction of the blast, so that it wouldn't interrupt any birds or environmental things. So yeah, I want you to guess how this video ends, or how this video of the explosion of the car goes.
It blows up beautifully.
It blows up beautifully. Okay, but what do they do to trigger the explosion?
Do they do the Mythbusters 3, 2, 1? Do they do that?
Kind of, but they also throw a dummy with Elon Musk space that looks like him out of a fucking helicopter and onto the ground.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Also, I just checked while you were saying that. I went to Nuke Map. Do you know what Nuke Map is?
Yeah, dude. I use it sometimes when we talk about the 1950s, where it talks about the explosion factor.
Yeah, 66 pounds can take out an entire Salt Lake City block.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was saying. Like they fucking almost like they did essentially the what is it? Not Unabomber, but like. What was the guy that blew up the FBI building? Fuck, I should know this. I'm a historian. So
got him. That's one thing you don't know.
Yeah, the Oklahoma City bombing, right?
Damn it. You figured it out.
The Murrah bombing. Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, it's called, like, it's like what I tell people, educated people just know how to look up shit really good. So, now, still, this is honestly kind of cathartic to see because recent news has kind of come out of like Tesla being really skeezy. Like a lot of their quality checks on their cars are really awful, really bad.
Yeah, we talked about this. Sometimes it's possible for water to just leak into your Tesla.
I know. And this makes sense, right? That this guy would have trouble buying a used car because the other part of it is that like Tesla has started removing features from cars if they are, not bought from Tesla. So the self-driving feature, they started rolling out this thing where if you buy a Tesla from Tesla, you get the self-driving. But the moment that you buy it, it goes to another owner. Tesla will shut it off.
Boo. What's the point? Gee, it's like they don't want people to buy their cars.
Dude, it's because, like, what is it? The fuckstick that runs Tesla, Elon Musk, just has, like, tons of government subsidies. Like, most of his business model is just inflating his stock. So
elongated muskrat.
Yeah.
Full name.
Hey, but still, there's an 8-minute video. We'll have to link it, right? Because it's fucking great. It even has subtitles for the translations because, I mean, I don't know Finnish, so what do I know, right?
You know what? They care about us more than Elon Musk does. And speaking of the big man himself, we got more Tesla news. Did you know that Tesla, like 4 days ago, agreed to stop letting drivers play video games in moving cars?
Yeah.
So we talked about Tesla's self-driving, and self-driving was so good that Tesla had dedicated, you know how cars have like their console is like a tablet nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have something called passenger play, which is literally Tesla video games for you to play in a moving vehicle. Now,
no, right? No, absolutely not. Fuck you. Just bring a Switch.
So the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, acronym NHTSA, opened a formal investigation of the gaming feature, and following the opening of the preliminary evaluation of Tesla's passenger play, Tesla informed the agency that it is changing the functionality of this feature. So, passenger play will now be locked and unable to use while a vehicle is in motion. Which, good? I don't know.
It's kind of like the whole world said, yeah, no fucking shit. You fucking idiots. Jesus.
It's one of those things where it's like, if they bring in a Switch, fine. That's on them. But you shouldn't be giving them tools to drive distracted.
I know. I don't. Like, man, if you can get in trouble for having an open bottle container sitting in the back seat where you can't reach it while you're driving, then yeah, playing video games while you're driving should 100% be punishable, right?
It's like that
Don't
one
do it.
It's like that one episode of Archer where Archer, on his birthday, gets a new car that comes with like a compartment for booze, and the entire time it's like, "Thou shalt not encourage drinking and driving."
Dude, I miss that show sometimes. I probably should watch it. I don't know.
It's good. And you know what? We can watch it right now on break.
Cool. So when you eat the Bugsnax, my guy, you gotta understand these Bugsnax are everywhere. And so when you eat them, you can turn any of these grumpuses into motherfucking horrors of imagination. Like, we're talking eldritch horror of imagination. I don't know why it looks like a baby game, but god damn it if like Young Horses doesn't understand the indie spirit. So yeah, dude.
I like to imagine everybody's noses is like half-eaten apples, so it's just craters. Like everybody has a crater nose.
Yeah. Well,
honestly, I would not mind having my arm just become one long barbecue baby rib. Ooh.
Yeah.
These aren't baby back ribs. This is grown-ass man back ribs.
Yeah. Well, you know, there are some people who reached their expiration date while we were gone. So you want me to give you a little bit of a rundown? Because I have 3 people that have died recently that are actually quite important to, well, just general culture, right?
God damn it, we lost the Planters Peanut Man.
Nah, dude. He was dead before. He had a peanut allergy.
Now,
Well,
you can't spell nutrition without nut.
So,
I'm gonna say.
First person is Jean-Marc Vallée. Jean-Marc Vallée, who was the director of the Dallas Buyers Club and the TV show Big Little Lies, died recently and he was 58 years old. And it's considered that he passed away on Christmas.
Would you look at that? This man bought all of Dallas, but also that is actually kind of sad. He died on Christmas.
Yeah. So,
Jeez, Santa.
like, they're doing the autopsy, right? And so he was found on the 26th of December, but he likely passed away December 25th.
So not only did he die on Christmas, he died alone on Christmas?
Yeah. So,
bro, I need to watch my steaks and cakes, or I'm gonna be next.
Here's the other thing, right? Vallée was known as a fitness fanatic and a teetotaler, which is someone who practices like abstaining from alcohol. And he's a practitioner of the Wim Hof fitness method, which is kind of like CrossFit on crack, right? So,
and CrossFit is already goddamn insane.
I know. So the whole thing is that, like, he was relatively young, relatively fit, ate the right things, did the right things, and still fucking died at 58. So.
And you said of a heart attack, right?
Yeah.
Well, didn't it happen last year? The youngest person ever to have like a recorded heart attack last year at 18.
I'm not sure. I'll have to actually look that up. But like, heart attacks happen all the time, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of sad because he was an artist, right? And he did really good shit too. So yeah, it sucks, right? But
absolutely.
Let's see.
This might sound very disingenuous after what David Ortega... No, not Ortega. Wait, is it David Ortega who did the shout out to his family for George Floyd?
No, I don't know, dude.
But it was that DJ who was like, shout out to his family, and then dropped a sick beat. So now I can't say that without feeling disingenuous.
Oh, shout out to his family? Okay.
But genuinely, like, I don't even know how to say it. Shout out to his family. I hope his family, his friends are all dealing with the grief in healthy ways.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, right?
Now I have to become a DJ.
Right? You're just going to put that drop in and just like, yeah, it fucking sucks. And then it's time to drop, boy. I don't know.
Shout out to his family. Dee-dee-dee-da-dee-dee-do-do.
What's your DJ name? Is it Hot Chorizo?
You know what? I actually like that. DJ Hot Chorizo. I really like that, actually.
You got yourself DJ Chorizo, and then just like do like a Golazo, like I don't know.
featuring Fluffy, and all he does is like drop himself on the tape deck.
Or you just like, yeah, fuck DJ Khaled. It's all about DJ Teresa. I don't know. You had to spell it with 5 O's, but still.
And 1 0.
Right? For like Kesha with the $sign.
Oh, hell
K $sign ha. Now, the other part of it, the other sad news to it is that Sarah Weddington. If you don't know who Sarah Weddington is, she died at the age of 76. But the reason that she's important is that she and lawyer partner Linda Coffey won the landmark 1973 case known as Roe v. Wade. She was 76 years old, and, well, the Democratic candidate for Texas Agriculture Commissioner announced it on Twitter on Sunday. And yeah, she died some serious health issues. And the other funny thing about it is that with Linda Coffey, she filed her first legal case, which happened to be Roe v. Wade.
God damn.
She literally just passed the bar after taking on this case, right? So
shout out to her family too.
Dude, she was 27 when she successfully argued for Roe v. Wade, right?
I'm talking about the dead one.
That's what I'm talking about about Sarah Weddington.
Wait, is Sarah Weddington the lawyer or the woman?
No,
partner?
she's the woman lawyer, right? Sarah Weddington, her partner, and by partner I mean lawyer partner Robinson.
Yeah. Okay, lawyer partner. I get you now.
Yeah. So there you go, right? And that was 50 years ago, dude.
Yeah, well, she died at 76.
Yeah, dude, it was kind of still there, but they haven't really come out with any of the cause of death, right? Because obviously that doesn't really matter in this issue. But she was just found in her home, right? But still. So after this,
I don't like this found in the home nonsense. I don't like thinking that somebody was just like, you didn't come to bingo night. Is everything okay? I'm just going to let myself in. I don't like that.
Well, you're not going to like this because Derek J. Wyatt, the character designer for Teen Titans, Legion of Superheroes, Scooby-Doo, Mystery Incorporated, Ben 10, and Transformers Animated.
Mystery Incorporated?
Yeah.
I love that show.
He was the character designer, right? He also did Ben 10 Omniverse and Transformers Animated. He passed away recently.
Oh.
Yeah. So
shout out to his family. See, I don't know what else to say.
That's okay, Chorizo. Just take a moment. Now, this was announced.
A slow version of Despacito.
This was apparently he had died earlier in the month, right? But it wasn't announced until recently, right? So
really, you know what? I respect that. I get it.
Right, because people want to grieve and have time before all the public attention, right?
Especially in privacy.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, those are all the people that died recently. Oh, yeah. Well, also, I guess Desmond Tutu, right?
Dang it. Who's Desmond Tutu?
Desmond Tutu was a Catholic priest who helped fight against the, South African apartheid.
God damn it. We are losing a lot of people this week.
Yeah, he was 90 years old. One of my favorite quotes from him is, "I'm not going to pray to a homophobic God." And I was like, damn, good on you, my boy. Get it. So, yeah, he's also passed away. So, yeah, there's a lot of people that died this weekend, dude. I don't fucking know what happened. I guess the Christmas spirit took them.
Dude, Christmas Carol is just becoming more widespread. It's getting more popular nowadays.
Death is supposed to bring them back when they shows them the future, not leave them, right?
Yeah, well, they couldn't read the tombstone. It was dark.
The death of people is sad. The death of movies, on the other hand, is fucking hilarious because
who got shot? Which movie got shot?
Which movie got shot? Well, it's West Side Story.
Good.
What do you mean good?
Bro, I had to read that 3 times in my high school career because, okay, not high school career, but I had to read that once in middle school, once in Utah, and then once again in Texas. Fuck that book.
Now, you're talking about the Stephen Sondheim's Tony Award-winning musical, right?
Yes.
Yeah, where they're like in the 1950s, and there's a Puerto Rican girl who falls in love with a white Anglo-Saxon wasp, right? And
yes,
they're like, we can never be together, and it's like singing, but Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Romeo and Julieta.
Okay, so I want you to guess how much this movie made.
Okay. So you say it failed, right?
Yeah, and I'm saying it's like a big box office bomb.
Okay, so wait, it's a musical, so I can't imagine it had that big of a budget. I'm gonna say like $50 million budget. Yeah, $50 million budget. No, it's a musical. $30 million budget. $30 million budget, and for it to bomb, it had to make less than that. So let's go. It only made, I'm gonna say $10 million.
Okay, so you're wrong. It made $100 million. It made.
It made $100 million?
No.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I misspoke on that one. The production budget was $100 million.
Wait, it was $100 million to make this movie?
Yeah.
Wait, it's just Puerto Ricans and white people dancing.
Well, guess what? Steven Spielberg wrote and directed it, right?
Oh, God damn it. He probably paid for like 20 people's citizenships.
I know. Well, he not only did it like have $100 million budget, it only made $36.6 million in the first 3 weeks.
Oh. Man, now I feel bad because I like Steven.
Yeah, well, apparently key analysts say that the film suffered because of the following reasons. Number one, it's targeted to older audiences who are hesitant to return to cinemas during the COVID pandemic, and lacked a major Hollywood star, and also came out the same fucking time as SpiderMan No Way Home.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, the first one, I get it. The second one, that's stupid. I hate that it's like, you need a big Hollywood jackass. No, fuck him. Use whoever you want. Use good people. But, like, the third one, yeah, that's kind of on Steven.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't...
He should know not to fuck with Marvel.
Yeah, it's like that loser that I talked about a couple of podcasts back. I can't remember what his fucking name is. But he did
the guy who made The Last Duel.
Yeah,
the
really good movie, The Last Duel, that is also a pretentious buckstick. Allegedly a pretentious buckstick, right? Now, Disney is also doing pretty well. So, sorry, Warner Brothers, you kind of got fucked. But...
Wait, Warner Brothers did West Side Story?
Yeah, I think it was Warner Brothers took the... Oh, wait, no. Disney distributed, Disney's 20th Century Studios distributed the film.
Cannibalism, self-actualized cannibalism.
No, dude, because like, what is it? The film critics gave it like a 93% certified fresh, and the film is actually praised for like, it's good. Like, it's good.
Yeah, no, West Side Story is a beautiful story.
It's just Romeo and Juliet. Read the book. Now, the part about it that's not good is the fact that it just had no appeal to people, right? So
I mean, yeah, I don't want to fucking watch West Side Story. I know what happens.
Sean Robbins, the chief analyst at boxoffice.com, had this to say, and I'm quoting.
Okay.
To quote, West Side Story was largely a victim of timing and an inability to attract younger moviegoers. Women over 35 are the drivers of most musicals. Not only has that audience been the most cautious...
That's just me. That was me.
Well, no, this is what an analyst does, right? They actually try to quantify the average age for these people,
that's
right?
Funny. That's funny.
Yeah. He said, and to repeat his quote, right, this is not me speaking, women over 35 are the drivers of most musicals. Not only has that audience been the most cautious to return to public social spaces like the movie theater during the pandemic, but renewed concern created by the Omicron variant seems to have played a major role in doubling down on that hesitance for the time being, end quote.
Get your boosters. Yeah, but I like that this guy was like, yeah, these are real reasons, and not that Ryan Skip character, I forget his name, who was like, these goddamn millennials on their cell phones.
Dude, I'm sure Steven wanted to do that, but if fucking
I think Steven's cool.
whatever
I
the
think
fuck
he's
face's
cool.
name is couldn't do it. So hey, there you go.
Because no, absolutely, you can't fight Marvel, and on top of that, you can't fight No Way Home. Because, dude, I've been wanting to see this movie since I saw Far From Home. Because the ending to Far From Home it's a actual cliffhanger.
Yeah, like to show you how powerful superhero movies are. The SpiderMan No Way Home, because I looked at it, topped $1 billion at the global box office.
$1 billion.
It is the first film in pandemic times to reach $1 billion or exceed $1 billion.
And I will say this, no spoilers because I have seen the movie. It's fantastic. Please watch it. 5 out of 5 from me.
It turns out he wasn't bit by a spider, but a Bugsnax. Now,
Is there a spider? Is there a spider Bugsnax?
Yeah, it's a thing of fries that crawls on the wall.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, so
Fribly.
The latest Marvel Cinematic Universe film had $1.05 billion at the global box office over the Christmas weekend, beating out Chinese film released in November, The Battle of Lake Changjing, which is $904.9 million worldwide. Now,
honestly, every Chinese movie that comes out is going to be a banger because the Chinese people are like, another movie we're allowed to watch.
Dude, like, the Battle of Lake Changjing is when, like, the Chinese People's Army fights against the United States in the Korean War, right?
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like, it was one of the bloodiest battles. It's, like, one of the bloodiest battles in, like, the Korean War that no one talks about.
Jesus Christ. And why they ban Winnie the Pooh again?
Well, little funny little side note is that Xi Jinping's, like, autobiography came out. And I saw that there were reviews that were being censored on Amazon. So I was like, I need to give this book a read, right? Because I'm a historian. I love my history. I love my sources. So I got to see what Xi Dada thinks about, China. It is almost unreadable. Like, it's bad. It is awful. It is like straddling between historical fact and propaganda. Like, and I don't mean straddling.
Jeez.
I mean, like, he's dipping his left toe into historical accuracy and his right foot is solidly inside of propaganda. So,
what was that scene from the interview? It's like, Kim Jong-un's body is so effective, he doesn't poop.
Yeah. Not like that, because apparently Xi Dada, this Winnie Pooh looking motherfucker, so what? I'm never going to go to China. Fuck you, China. Now,
I do want to say a quick side note real quick that I found really funny. And if you want me to remove this, I will. But when I was at your house, I saw your bookcase, and I'm like, oh, we're both huge nerds, so there's probably going to be, like, comics and manga. And, like, the first book I saw when I looked at your bookcase was, like, History of the KKK.
Yeah, dude, because that was for my history of, like, German Texans, right, living in Texas during KKK times. So
so it makes sense, but like I was expecting like Demon Slayer Volume 1.
Nah, dude, that's like my bookcase that I have in my fucking living room.
Okay. I thought that was so funny.
Nah, dude, because all those books that you saw in my fucking like computer room, that's how many books I had to read over my course of my graduate studies. It's an entire bookcase.
That was like 80 books, like no exaggeration, around 80, right?
I've counted. It is 138 books.
Sweet Lord. And now you get to add Winnie the Pooh autobiography to it.
Dude, I don't even know if I want to fucking read the rest. Like, it's one of those of just like, I'm reading this and I'm just like, there has to be a point to this. What the fuck are you talking about, right?
What's the most outrageous thing you read in that book? Like the most like what the fuck thing you've read?
That he said that China was a beacon for human rights. I actually highlighted it and I put, what? LOL, what?
Bro, and me, I was casting Lord of the Rings. They wanted me as a dwarf.
Great.
That's an observation comedy for the viewers who don't know. I am 6'4".
Yeah. So I don't know how to it's just like after that I was just like, oh, so we're doing this. This is what we're going to be doing. Okay.
We're playing pretend. I love this.
Good thing this book was only fucking $10 now. Yeah. But still, there you go. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a book review on it later and be like, I'm going to write my counter book to be like, hey, G, you're full of shit, my guy. Now,
I swear to God, if you do, that's your debut book as an artist under your pen name.
As a historian, it's just like...
Yeah, you blow up.
Dude, how can you fucking say that China is a beacon of human rights and human decency when they literally have concentration camps holding Muslims, right?
You banned video games like last week.
They also are starting to ban Korean pop music because it promotes effeminate men, is apparently what they said.
All right, I will say this. I feel sorry for those, for all Korean pop stars because they look like they are starving. At any given moment, I can see, they look like Gollum most of the time. I can see ribs. I can see veins.
You do know that, the contracts that they have, the contracts that they actually have in the Korean pop music industry are called slavery contracts.
Bro, they aren't allowed to love. They can't love anybody while under contract.
Dude, they're K-pop stans are fucking there's a reason why BTS calls their fans an army. They're like, yeah, we're gonna try and drive it up to number 1, and then all of a sudden it's 4.6 billion YouTube views in 24 hours.
I honestly am glad that South Korea doesn't really have beef with the United States because I can see okay, army, turn on your parents.
Oh my God.
And then the news stories for next week is millions of parents found dead or injured after young girls tried to stab them.
Well, you got to go sometime. Why not at the bloody hands of a fucking 12-year-old, I guess. I don't know.
This is...
I'm a teacher working in the United States. The chances of that happening to me are very high for some reason. Now,
I can 100% see you just in class, and of course there's somebody on their phone and not paying attention, and then you hear that immediately you pull out an axe, put a helmet on, get in the corner, that way you can't attack you from behind, and be like, back.
You're expecting me to do basically what's called a home gong?
What's a home gong?
A home gong is a duel in Viking times, right?
Ooh. You just... My strategy for the home gong is I don't let them know that I initiated a home gong. That way I just
That's
stab
what we call
them and
murder,
they die.
Robinson. It's just murder, my dude.
Yes. That's how Vikings did it. You think, not you think, you probably know this. Vikings probably didn't announce their raids beforehand, did they?
No. Why would they? What the fuck, Robinson? How are they going to announce their raids beforehand? Are they going to fucking do it by Raven?
Can I Hong Kong an entire nation?
Can you Hong Kong an entire nation? Yeah, it's called war declarations, my guy.
So the Vikings weren't big into those, huh?
No, they were not big into... No, Robinson, the Danes, which are what the real name for Vikings are, the Danes did not have a system set up to where they could prematurely warn the villages from what they wanted to steal from them.
You know what? I'm just gonna do a Mexican accent. I don't know what Vikings sound like. At first I thought this would suck because they'd be prepared and there'd be no bloodshed. Maybe they are gone. But honestly, it's good to relax. We arrive at the village, they left their animals, so we're just eating good.
Yes, famous Viking chorizo.
DJ Chorizo.
DJ Chorizo.
The Viking
Back in the
DJ
past.
Chorizo.
Oh shit! Speaking of Vikings, the Norseman came out with its first trailer.
Ooh.
Robert Eggers, with the guy that made The Witch.
Yeah. You told me about this
Dude.
in like hushed excitement.
The Northman trailer is fucking great. It is about a kid whose father is like a Jarl, and essentially his father gets murdered by a rival Viking clan, and his entire deal is that he's gonna murder the fuck out of the entire clan.
Bro, honestly, it's a tale as old as time, but you can't go wrong.
Dude, it looks so
It's
good.
such a classic formula.
The other thing about Robert Eggers that I like is that he has to do everything completely historically accurate. It's why his movies cost fucking tons of money. This is going to be a fucking great movie. Well, I mean, I'm going to look up the Northmen's budget. I want to see how much they're spending on this fucking beauty. Does not say. Or if I do not know. Man, it looks so good. I can't wait. April 22nd. Whatever's happening on that day, I am going to be in the movie theater.
I just want a full-scale remake of Apocalypto. That's all I want.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
just
movie
a
was actually
massive
pretty
remake.
good. Say what you want about Mel Gibson, and I will. He's a fucking shithead, but he made a good
Is
movie.
he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Apocalypto's goddamn fantastic. But what's wrong with Mel Gibson? What'd he do?
So Mel Gibson is anti-Semitic.
God damn it.
He also threatened to kill his wife on the phone.
Really?
Yeah. Right?
So that means it was recorded, right?
Yeah. It's
Oh my
recorded,
God.
and you can actually go listen to it on YouTube.
I was about to say.
You can even listen to his... so he also got caught drunk driving. And
damn it.
when he was caught by the police, he started talking about a Jewish conspiracy that was perpetuated globally. So my guy's an Alex Jones fan, right?
God damn it. Why can't I just like somebody problematic without there being any problems?
Right? Well, okay, so I found the budget. The budget is $110 million.
Sweet Lord. I mean, good. We're going to get a good movie, but I'm over here like, can y'all break off a piece of that for me, please?
No, dude. It's capitalism. Fuck you. You want to go live in a socialist country like Finland, Robinson? Probably get Hong Kong like 30 days in.
He's too big. He threatens all of us. He keeps eating.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, I would like to go to Sweden. That sounds like a nice place to live.
It's a nice place to live, although the people there are very introverted.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That means I get to go to the gym and nobody's gonna be there.
No one's gonna be like, "Do you want this?" And Robinson will be like trying a Swedish accent and offend everyone. So
I've noticed you come into this gym and I wanted to know if any machine you will use, so I don't use it. I'm like,
Dude.
oh, that's very polite of you.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. Shit. I don't know. Hey, so sorry to cut you off, but we need to get to our top 10 video games.
Yes, it is the end of the year, so I was unprepared, so I will do top 5 video games.
Okay, well, we're going to do top 5. It's 10 for both of us, right? So,
Alright,
but before I do,
go ahead.
Before I do, over 50,000 people, Japanese people, took a poll on the TV Asahi poll, and they tried to find out what were the top 100 video games. So, 20,000 people across Japan voted.
Love Live.
Yeah. And what were the top 100 video games of all time?
Love Live.
Love Live?
Yeah. Did you know that Nintendo makes dating sims exclusively for Japan?
Yeah.
Love Live being one of them, I believe.
It's all anime bullshit, right? So,
Oh, it's not bullshit. Those titty physics are amazing.
I mean, you got to pay someone slave labor to do it, right? So, I want you to guess. So you like Super Mario Galaxy, right?
I love Galaxy. I love Odyssey. Sunshine I played as a kid. I replayed it, and it's charming, but I really do not like the control scheme in it. Same thing with 64.
Same thing with 64? Really?
Yeah, I find the control scheme kind of annoying.
Okay. Well, Super Mario Odyssey apparently was number 56.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so, alright, what's a legacy Japanese game? I'm thinking legacy now. I'm gonna say Dragon Quest. I don't know which one is like the definitive Dragon Quest, so I'm gonna say Dragon Quest 7.
Dragon Quest 7? One minute, let me see, because there's 100.
I know there's I know there's 11 of them, so there has
Dragon
to be
Quest
a
7 Fragments of the Forgotten Past is number 83.
Shit, it's worse than Odyssey. All right, what's number 1?
What's number 1? Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
But
I
then
can
number
agree.
2 is Dragon Quest 5, Hand of the Heavenly Bride.
Damn it, I wanted to. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna be like I wanted to say 5, but like
Out of
I
the
was
top
close.
50, out of the top 50 half, right? Dragon Quest took up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 positions.
So what you're saying is I managed to pick one of the unpopular Dragon Quests.
Yeah, because Dragon Quest 11, Tales of an Elusive, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition is number 27.
I should have said that one. Damn it.
Yeah, because that's my personal favorite, but, you know.
Well, no, that's sick that Breath of the Wild is up there because I really liked Breath of the Wild. And you used to like it before you had to do all the Korok seeds, right?
No, I still like it. I think it's really fun. So I'll read down the top 10, right? So at number 10, Super Mario Brothers 3.
The third one, that's strange. I thought it would be World.
Next, Final Fantasy X. Number 8, Chrono Trigger, which I agree. I like Chrono Trigger. So
Chrono Trigger's
there you
good.
go. Number 7, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yes.
Number 6, Dragon Quest 3, The Seeds of Salvation. Number
Damn it.
5, Splatoon 2.
Really?
Yeah. Number 4, Animal Crossing, New Horizons.
Good.
Number 3, Final Fantasy 7. Which is good, actually. I like the Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, that makes sense. The remake, not the original.
Right. Well, number 2, Dragon Quest 5, Hands of the Heavenly Bride, and then obviously number 1 is Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's sick. That's insane.
Yeah. Like Persona 5 actually is in the top 50 too. It's number 42. Yeah. So, hey, I mean, Persona 5 got beaten by Dark Souls 3 because Dark Souls 3 is number 39, but Dark Souls 3 got beaten by Puyo Puyo, which is like, you know, a bubble smasher game, right? So
Yeah, it's Bubble Tetris.
Yeah. So, there you go, man. That is
Welcome.
the top games, right?
Yes, and now we welcome you to our top 10 favorite video games. Now, here are a couple rules. Only one rule. This isn't a game that came out in 2021 because we can't do that. We would be bankrupt. That's at least 600. That's at least $600 a year.
We don't have Scott the Woz money, my guy.
We don't have Scott the Woz. I wish I could hold that tiny, tiny man. But I'm sorry,
Great.
Scott the Woz. If you are in a 1 in a million chance listening to this, please join us on the next one. I promise I won't touch you. Anyways,
you'll be so far away.
anyways, these are games that we played in 2021, not necessarily games that came out in 2021.
But games that we liked, right? Like actual
Yes.
fucking games that we liked. Okay, so do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You know what? I'll go first. One of the games I played this year that I really liked was Mr. Shifty.
Mr. Shifty. What the fuck is that?
Exactly the reaction I was expected. Basically, it's a top-down brawler. It's an indie game. I think it was published by Revolver Digital, and the main premise of it is that it's a top-down brawler, but you can teleport. Basically, Hotline Miami with a teleport.
What is
It
up
is
with his
really
fucking
goddamn
baseball
fun.
cap? What is up with his baseball cap? His baseball cap
He's cool.
has a fucking large brim. He might as well wear like a fucking helmet spike on top of his head. What the
It's so
fuck?
nobody can see him, and also I remember now it was made by Tiny Build. He's cool.
Okay. So that's number 5. What's number 4?
While I think about that, how about you go with
All
your
right.
number 5?
Great. So my number 5 had to be the Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Really?
Yeah. Like, even though it like came out, it actually made me feel like I was back in high school again, right? It really hit the nostalgia factor. It felt good to like shoot. All the guns felt like they were responsive in the right way. And it didn't feel like there was any lag or any really consistency. And despite like the whole fan controversy, I really do have to give it up. Like, it honestly, like any game that actually makes me like jerk, like trying to get out of my seat to try and hit someone, which is what I did frequently when I was in high school and then got made fun of it at, a party, but, and stopped doing it. If it makes me do that again, then yeah, it's a good game, right? Obviously it hits all those points. Now the campaign, I don't like the campaign, but that's a different time, right? So
No, but it is sick that like just the online multiplayer of like a game so anticipated could be so good,
yeah. And it was like one of those of they're going back to their roots, like the Combat Evolved days, but still. So my number 4 has to be Monster Hunter Rise.
I need to play that, but
Dude,
I can
it's
see
so
why.
good. Get on Nintendo Switch. We can actually do co-op.
Oh, hell yeah.
Might be another streaming opportunity if I ever get a video capture card for my fucking computer. So,
Ooh. Well, why do you like this game so much?
So I like this game because, number one, I am a longtime fan of Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World was really good. Monster Hunter has got this like really weird community that has like a lot of gatekeepers, but those are like the toxic fans.
Honestly, yeah, that is correct.
But I honestly find it to be kind of like relaxing. It's like a hunting thing where it's like you're trying to hunt these animals, but they're like fucking dinosaurs, right? When I was a kid, I always like imagined what it would be like to fight a T-Rex. And in this game, I can make a fucking sword and gun out of his fucking skull. So yeah, I'm going to choose this game, right?
God, I love this game so much for the... Well, I'm talking about World because I haven't played Rise yet, but it seems to be like a direct sequel to World. I just love the weapon design where it's like, yeah, it's a sword, but it's also the size of 3 men, and it
weighs
has
50
water
pounds
property.
And has
Yes.
no ability for you to actually wield it effectively.
And you are a cute anime girl, just swinging it around like
No
it doesn't
joke.
matter.
No joke, the opening title scene where they have the girl singing Japanese is beautiful. It is fucking beautiful. It is fucking art. It is great. And I'm like, dude, it sets the tone for the entire game. So obviously it's a good, well put together game. Great.
Hell yeah.
So that was number 4. Ready
For my number
3?
4.
Or
I'll go
number
for
4?
my number 4,
Okay.
yeah. Because I just realized that this was the first year I started playing Dota 2. When I moved to Utah and I was alone for so long, I got hooked onto League and then slowly began to resent it.
Sounds like a
and I was
normal
just-
League player.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just lost because I really like MOBAs, but it's hard to play a MOBA. But then me and my friend Jordan, he's like, hey, play Dota with me. I'm like, sure. And I fell in love with it. I don't know what it is, like, because Dota, their main draw is like, how do you balance the game? And it's like, well, if everybody's overpowered, no one can be overpowered. So it's one of those games where like every character has some stupid bullshit that's stupid, that shouldn't be in the game. But then again, you have your stupid bullshit. So now you gotta out bullshit each other. And it's so much fun going with like an off character that's like not meta, and then figuring out how to use it to cheese the game. That's like one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, now I have like literally I started playing this year. I think I have 300 hours in Dota 2.
Shit.
Yeah, so thank you Dota 2.
There you go. Cool.
Number 4.
What's your number 3?
My number 3, it's gonna have to be Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think I played that one. Is that like the Dynasty Warriors clone?
Yes, it is, but the reason I'm putting it up here is because of the story. It is so satisfying to have a story to go along with Breath of the Wild. Because the cutscenes are full-on animated cutscenes. You can understand what was happening. Like, because in the game it was like, yeah, Zelda's sad because she can't use her powers, whatever. But like in Age of Calamity, you like see the full extent of that. Like she is straight up frustrated with herself because like she's having self-doubts that she isn't like the true princess of Hyrule because she isn't able to save her people. Then you got all the champions chiming in trying to help out. And just having a story to like the best Zelda game really made it for me. Right? And on top of that, I unironically really enjoy Dynasty Warrior gameplay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Sounds great.
yeah, it was fantastic.
Dope. Well, hey, I'll have to play it sometime when I'm done playing the category of games that I have, right? I have a ton of games, right? I have a catalog that I need to go through.
I feel that.
All right, next one for me
Number
has
3?
to be number 3 has to be Demon's Souls.
Ooh.
Because I finally got a PlayStation 5, so I was finally able to play the Demon's Souls remake. It was fun. It was actually quite easy, to be quite honest. But I guess I'm a veteran Souls player, right? So
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, this is my town.
because this was the only one that I haven't played, right? So I played like Dark Souls 1 through 3. I played Bloodborne. I played Sekiro, and then I got to this one. I was just like, okay, right? Like I beat the first 2 bosses in an hour. And that tells you like anything. And that was literally just me like walking everywhere, not even doing the running, because I was just taking it all in. Because I was like, oh, PlayStation 5, oh shit. So, yeah, I was like, okay, well, I beat it, right? Good. Oh man, they're giving me a lot of fire bombs. I wonder why they need me to have a lot of fire bombs right before the boss. Oh look, firebomb works. So, Demon's Souls was good. I think I actually watched a documentary about the remake from Blue Point Studios. There's a YouTuber who does video game documentaries. I'll give you a link to him later. But he actually goes around and is this Irish guy that goes and talks to these people and interviews them, like, and does like an hour long like documentary on what it took to remake Demon's Souls. And it's inspiring that Blue Point Studios did such a good job. So, because they could have just phoned it in, right? And just like
Honestly,
made the resolution better. And that would have been like, okay, fine, I'll play this one. But still, so that was my number 3. You ready for my number 2?
100% give it to me.
My number 2 is Bugsnax.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I know we joked about this, but better than Demon's Souls?
Dude, I'm not joking when I say that, like, it has such a good story to it that it's like, it's legitimately like, I want to do every side quest because I want to figure out more about the characters.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's actually quite good. Like, I know that like a lot of people clowned on it, like especially like Donkey when he did the PS5 announcement when he was like, "This game only Bugsnax can play on the PS5."
Mm-hmm.
Despite it playing on PS4 and PC, right? But still. So yeah, Robinson, you can actually play Bugsnax from the Epic Game Stores. So there you go.
Never mind.
You just play it once, right? Then you just delete the whole thing, wipe your whole computer,
All right,
throw it
fine,
out your
I
room.
will.
Yeah. All right, good. So what's your number 2?
No, that's actually really sick. Yeah, like, because we joked about it a lot. Like, the joke was, don't even talk to me unless you're talking about Bugsnax. I thought it was a joke. You were like telling the truth.
No, it's actually pretty good. Like, that's the fucking weird shit, right? Is that like, it is Pokemon Snap, and like a fucking TV drama that lasts 8 hours, and it's fucking great.
It's all set on the Food Network.
Yeah, but it's still, it's so good, right? And it's one of the first relationships that had a gay relationship, and no one freaked out about it because who fucking cares? It's 2021. Well, about to be 2022, so who gives a shit, right?
And in this game, they got saucy.
No, you actually do use sauces to lure Bugsnax out.
Bro, I use sauces to lure mates. What are you talking about?
So there is a Bugsnax called Bunger, and if you throw ketchup at Bunger, it will run towards that spot because it likes ketchup.
Oh, well, who wouldn't? He Bunger's a burger.
So you can make Bunger run into like trees and run into bushes.
All right, that does sound amazing.
Yeah.
So my number 2. This one was difficult for me because this year I played Yakuza 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Dude, why would you do that to yourself?
Because I love Yakuza, and I honestly wanted to give this to the entire Yakuza series, but I'm going to give it to Yakuza 6 Because like Yakuza has an emotional connection because it was just me all alone in Utah. I decided to cheer myself up. I get a humble bundle. That way, I have a bunch of games to deal with my lack of human interaction. And it came with Yakuza 0. And I was hooked in that very moment. I bought 1, I bought 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. No, 3, 4, and 5 were not available on Steam. So I bought a PlayStation 4 just to get the remaster collection. They're now available on Steam. But yeah, I started 3 last year, but this year I played 4, 5, and 6, and now I have an extra emotional connection because when I was all alone on Christmas with nothing but meat and dairy products, you know what I did all day? I played Yakuza 6. And since Yakuza 6 is the goodbye to Kazuma Kiryu, no spoilers, but it is the last game that has Kazuma Kiryu in it because Yakuza 7 goes on to a brand new protagonist. It was honestly beautiful. Like, just a beautiful ending to, like, a new era in my fucking life, right? Like, sure, I've been an adult for, like, 3 years now, but this was my first Christmas alone. Like, this meant something, as silly as that sounds.
No, it does, right?
Yeah, so, honestly, thank you, Yakuza 6, for being there with me.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
All right, and now you gotta tell me your number 1 game now. What's
hell
the
yeah.
big boy? Although
Dude.
Can I guess? Because I think I know what it is.
You can fucking guess, Robinson. Guess for me.
Is it big booby vampire lady game?
It's called Resident Evil Village, Robinson.
That's
and
what I said.
Big Booba Mama has a name. It's Lady Dimitris.
That's what I said. It's her name in France.
Alcina Lady Dimitris. There you go. I fucking love it. Now, it's odd because like the whole thing's set in Romania, but like the Romanian version of her name is Dimitrescu, right? But the fucking devs decided to say the French way, right? Which confused a lot of people. They're like, "What is it?" Right? So
that makes it even more mysterious.
No, but like the only game this year that actually had gotten me hyped that I could actually play, right? Because I couldn't play PS5 games until like recently, like very recently, like last week.
Yeah.
Now, that kind of comes to my conclusion of no game, because they had announced the game earlier in the year, and then they released it in May, right? There was no game that I was not hyped for during that time, and Monster Hunter Rise had to fill that void. And I'm actually excited about Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter is getting more DLC for free, or not for free, but still.
Sunbreak.
Yeah, it looks great, and the level caps are gone too, so you can continue on grinding, right?
Infinite grind.
Yeah, so I am super excited. I was super excited. I bought it. I played the thing when it came out on PS4, right? I was so excited for Resident Evil Village. I hadn't played any of the modern remakes yet, so I decided to play Resident Evil 7, and then Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. I played all of those games within a week just to get ready for Resident Evil Village, right?
Just to reignite the fire.
And it blew my expectations out of the fucking water, right? It was one of those things of like I had high expectations going in and they were met with more. So Resident Evil Village was great.
It's the opposite of that meme where it's like our expectations were low, but holy shit. It's the opposite of that.
Mine was I'm very satisfied. Like I was a satisfied customer, right? If I was a fucking Karen, right, I would go up to the manager and be like, "Give this man a raise," instead of "I want to talk to your manager, fire that person." Mine would be, "I want to talk to your manager, give him a raise."
Give him all
the money, right?
Give him cash. Give me cash.
Shit, yeah.
Give me the dog cash.
So, let me guess. Your top one is going to be Metroid Dread.
How'd you know?
Well, we were arguing about it, right? So
I love Metroid Dread. It is such because one, I've never played like a legitimate Metroid game. Yeah, no, that's correct. I haven't played a legitimate Metroid game, and I love Metroidvanias, right? I love Hollow Knight. I love Guacamelee. I love Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, Metroidvanias are fantastic. I love Blasphemous. And, obviously, they come from this game, Metroid and Vania, Castlevania and Metroid.
Yeah.
But what I loved about this is, goddamn, Samus is so fucking badass. Like, after playing against her in Smash, I'm like, oh, she a bitch who just hides in the corner shooting. No, this woman is a goddamn freak of nature who's all up in the... Like, she did not... Like, she doesn't speak. She talks, right? She knows English. She knows aliens. But she doesn't speak in badass moments, and that makes her, like, twice as badass. Like, there are just sequences where an animal is screaming in pain, and she is walking up towards it, charging her beam. Like, not saying a goddamn word. And then as soon as it screams at her, right in the mouth. Like, the amount of character that they were able to portray with just vicious actions was insane. On top of that, one of the most badass endings in the gaming history in a while. Like, no spoilers, but it's like one of those game endings where it's like you get to do something that you haven't been able to do the entire game, right? It's like a gameplay change, but it's really fucking good. And I just want to give an honorable mention to Super Auto Pets, because that's the only game I play when I'm donating blood.
Yeah?
It's really goddamn fun.
Sounds fucking hilarious, dude. That's great. Well, dude, I think we should probably do like if you're not working, we should probably do another podcast for like for the end of 2021, right? And I don't know, maybe do like something else, but hey, like the top 10 best and worst stories of 2021.
Ooh, that might be something. But for now, we've been here for too long. I have to call my gym to see if they fixed that water pipe. If they haven't, I don't know what I'm going to do.
But before we do go, though, we do have a special, like, instead of go to hell, go to heaven, right? It's this new thing I just made up on the spot where
I was about to say, I haven't heard of this.
We congratulate people, right? Instead of telling them we'll see them in hell, go to heaven, right? Well, you're obviously in a better place than us right now. But hey, so I would like to give my go to heaven to Matt and Shelby of Girlfriend Reviews. Why? Because they just recently posted their video on YouTube that they had gotten engaged on December 13th.
Hey, fiance reviews.
Yeah, well, they decided to change the name to Backseat Gamer.
Ooh, wife reviews.
Yeah, I thought wife reviews would be actually kind of funnier because, you know, whatever. But still, Matt and Shelby, you probably don't listen to us, nor do you really care, but Mazel Tov on the wedding.
Good for y'all.
Yeah, really good for y'all. We're happy to watch your videos from two people who obviously really like your videos and watch them every time they come out. And sometimes I watch them for the games that I'm playing, like I watched your Bugsnax one this morning. So, again, for like the third time. But
we're really happy for you too. I, however, am a very bitter man. I will bless your marriage with a Mexican charm. Felicidades! But also, I'm going to have to give a go to hell nonetheless. And I'm just going to give it to, I forget the Chinese prime minister's name, or the king of China. I forget what his name is.
Well, his name is Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, you can go to hell.
Well, don't worry, he'll run that place quick. He's got a high turnover for the devil. I don't know. He's got great ideas.
The best intern I've ever had.
Okay.
Good night, folks.
Best Hitler is Hitler. But see you later. Bye. Bye, y'all. Love you.
Night.
Kisses. Good night.